So, with that said, you're in the aircraft.
Yes.
All right. What I want you to do is look down and left next to the throttle. So, in the cockpit, look down and left next to the throttle.
Yes.
And you'll see anti-skid. I want you to turn that on.
Done.
Okay. Also, next to the throttle, you see the flaps. You got two different ways you can do this. You can bind your flaps to your HOTAS, or you can select that button, you can right-click onto the button where the flap is, the knob, and it'll take it to half.
Put it in the half? No. Okay.
Yeah. So from here, if you look up and a little bit to the left where the emergency jettison button is, you'll see the landing gear lights are on, indicating that the landing gear is down. But also to the right of the emergency jettison button, where the flaps are, it should say half. Are you seeing that? Okay, perfect.
Yes, I see.
All right, so next let's go to the right side of the aircraft, and I mean all the way to the right side. And you'll see a panel that says exterior lights.
Yes, I see it.
Okay, let's go.
Landing. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead, brother. What were you about to say?
Landing and taxi lights on. Yes.
Yes, let's go ahead and take the landing lights on. Let's take all of those. I want all those lights go on that strip. Push them forward. So both navigation, flash, tail brightness up. Everything should be going forward. So right click, I think it is. I don't know.
Yes, it's done.
Okay. Now look up on your warnings, cautions, and advisory display on the right side, and everything should be black, but you should see skid in green highlighted or on. It's right above the clock. You see the clock above the hook handle?
Yes.
Okay, so you see the hook handle, you see the clock, and then there should be a bunch of little buttons, warnings, cautions, advisories. The only one that should be lit up is skid.
Yes, that's the only one that's lit up.
Okay. Now, I want you to look to the right of that, and you see hook bypass carrier and pitot heat. Do you see those?
Yes.
All right, just to the left of the pitot heat is going to be your fuel in pounds. So, for example, right now I'm at 2,900 pounds of fuel, and you should be at about the same, anywhere between 3,000 to 2,800 pounds of fuel. Do you see that?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so perfect. Right now the aircraft, as it is, so remember, we took the anti-skid on, we put the flaps to half. We took that exterior lighting panel, we pushed all of those forward, and we took a look at our fuel, obviously, because we need that to fly. Right now we're in what's called a green jet configuration, okay?
Okay.
So with that said, at this point, what I'll do is I'll make a call. I'll tell you, hey, I'm green jet, and then, or I'll say, hey, let me know when you're green jet, one or the other. And then from there, you just go, hey, 2's green jet, or 2 needs more time, or 2 needs another minute, 2 needs another 2 minutes, whatever the case may be. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right. So leads green jet. 2, let me know when you're green jet.
2 green jet.
Okay. Perfect. That's pretty much our cue to start taxiing. So I'm going to go ahead and start taxiing. I want you to go ahead and taxi in sequence. All right.
Okay.
Okay, T-45. It's been a little while since I've been in this thing. What we'll do is we'll taxi out to the runway and we'll hold short. I'll make sure you have some things binded to your HOTAS, and then we'll get airborne.
Okay. I think everything should be bind for the flying.
Okay, so if you're ready to go, then that works for me. Like you said, the way to acknowledge. Hey, I'm coming right, I'm coming left, going up, going down, airspeed's going up, airspeed's going down, whatever the case may be. The way that we acknowledge is purely as you right now within the phase of training that you're in. We just say 2. Simple as that, 2. And the reason for that is we're going to be flying, as you get a little bit further in your progression, you'll start flying in a 4-ship or 3-ship or whatever the case may be, but we'll start answering in sequence. So if you're the number 2 guy, I'll go, hey flight, I'm turning right 25 degrees. You'll answer 2. The number 3 guy will answer 3, and the number 4 guy will answer 4. So that's what we're setting you up for, all right?
Yes.
It'll be short and sweet. 2, 3, 4. As we are now, we're coming up on the hold short line of the runway, which is the kind of the yellow checkered line. I'll go ahead and stop right here. One of the things that I'll ask for you now, just to be clear, in the simulator, we're in the aircraft, but we're obviously not flying. It's a game. So I would call, hey, 2, call ready for takeoff. Your response would either be 2's ready for takeoff. That's if you're ready to go, or 2 needs another couple of minutes. Now, why would you say 2 needs another couple of minutes? Well, again, and this actually happens in real life as well, sometimes you got to go to the bathroom. So for real pilots, we get a little break. I'm sitting around. I'll go to the bathroom really quickly. I'll have a little Gatorade bottle or something like that, and I'll use the bathroom in the Gatorade bottle. So if you were just to go, okay, I'm taking off now, and I'm using the bathroom, now it's a bad situation, right?
Yes.
In DCS, it's kind of the same thing. We could be sitting here, and then I go, call ready for takeoff, and you go, I got to use the bathroom. And then you go, hey, Tyrant, I need or lead, I need another 2 minutes. I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. And my only response to that would be, okay, go ahead. You know what I mean? So,
yes.
With that said, 2, call ready for takeoff.
2, ready for takeoff.
All right. So now at this point, usually we'll brief this before we even get in the aircraft. We have to talk about what type of takeoff we're going to do and what we're going to do once we get in the air. So for this particular sortie, and while all of my guys are in the T-45, we'll do what's called a rolling takeoff. And what that means is we're both going to taxi to the runway together. I'm going to get lined up on the center line of the runway, and then I'm not going to stop at all. I'm going to immediately start rolling. As soon as I get the aircraft centered up, I'm going to push the throttle full forward, all the way forward, and then we're going to start departing. With that said, that's called a rolling takeoff. So we'll talk about the takeoff type. We'll talk about the minimum spacing. As you know, once I take off, the thrust from my aircraft is going to give your aircraft the wake or wake turbulence. So now we need to give spacing between us so that you're not getting knocked all around as you're trying to take off and potentially crash. So we'll do what's called a rolling takeoff. We'll have 5-second spacing, meaning when I say rolling, you count the 5 at a minimum before you hit your throttle all the way forward and you start rolling for your takeoff, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to take the aircraft. Once I get airborne, I'm going to make a right turn and start heading south to the west, maybe. I don't know. I'm going to make a right turn and go down the coast that's off the nose of this airfield. I'm going to climb to an altitude of, let's go 3,000 feet. And my initial speed until you call set or saddle is going to be, let's go 300 knots, okay?
Okay.
Have you heard the term set or saddle?
Yes.
Okay. Can you explain those to me?
Yes. When you are in your formation, you say, like in my case, 2 settled when I'm in the position of the specific formation you asked for, and in this case it's gonna be the close formation.
So in this case, okay, that's perfect as far as the set. And again, you could also use saddle. Some squadrons call saddle, some squadrons call set. It's okay either way. So very good job with that. Now, just to be clear, you don't have to be in perfect position in order to call set or saddle. So if you're looking at me and you go, I should be in a position at about 20 seconds, maybe a little less, you can call set or saddle. And what that does, once you call set or saddle, what you're doing is telling the lead aircraft, as a wingman, it's now your responsibility, meaning it's the wingman's responsibility to provide separation and not run into the lead aircraft. So If you want to get a little closer, you can get closer. You want to get further away, you can get further away. But for me as a flight lead, once you call set or saddle, I no longer have to hold my contract speed or my contract altitude. That contract's broken, and now I'm going to fly however I need to fly in order to accomplish the mission. Does that make sense?
Yes, I totally understand it.
Okay, we're going to do what's called the wedge formation as the initial formation, or the fingertip formation. The fingertip will be with 4 aircraft and the wedge will be with 2. You're going to start off on the left side as the number 2 aircraft all the time, unless I brief otherwise, all right?
Okay.
All right, so let's rock and roll. You've already called ready for takeoff. Let's go ahead and get out of here, all right? I'm coming forward. Remember, roll and takeoff, 5-second minimum spacing. I'm going to climb to 3,000 feet and roughly 300 knots, all right?
Okay.
Your English sounds very good, so I don't know why you said you need more practice. As I'm rolling out, I'm looking down at everything, making sure my flaps are down. I've already done this, obviously, but I'm just double checking everything. Once I get airborne, I'm going to bring the gear up and I'm going to bring the flaps up. Once I take off, once I start rolling, I'm going to call leads rolling. Once you start rolling, call twos rolling. All right. Once I'm airborne, okay, I'm going to bring my gear up and my flaps up, and then I'm going to let you know leads airborne, gear up, flaps up. Okay.
Okay.
I forgot how to turn this thing hard. There we go. Pinky. All right. Leads rolling.
Who's rolling?
I can't remember what speed to rotate, to be honest, but I'll just screw it. Alright, lead is gear up, flaps up. I'm double checking my panel to the left. I'm also trimming the aircraft out because it's trying to kill me.
Who is gear up, flaps up, airborne?
Excellent. Alright, I've made a right turn. I'm going to be on about a 030 to a 040 heading. And I'm starting that climb to 3,000. And remember, 300 knots.
Yes.
In the event that you don't see me, the brevity we use is blind, meaning I don't have you in sight. And if you go blind and you reacquire me, you see me again, after you've already called blind, you'll call visual.
Okay.
Right now I'm on a 032 heading, climbing through 2,700 feet, doing about 300 knots.
So in this case, I just say 2, yes? Like acknowledge what you're saying.
Yes, that's all you would say. 2. Yep, that's it. 2.
Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out the trimming.
Don't be sorry about anything, brother. You're doing okay. And I'm eating a little bit of food, so if I'm chewing your ear, I apologize. I haven't eaten all day. I'm a little hungry.
Enjoy it then.
So remember, with the set or saddle, we don't need to be in perfect position, but thereabout. So if you estimate that you're about within 20 to, I'd say about 20 seconds to being in perfect position, just go ahead and call set or saddle, all right?
Okay. 2 settled.
All right, buddy. And I hear you. Okay, you see my left wing right now?
Yes.
Okay. Now the front part of the wing is called the leading edge. The back part of the wing is called the trailing edge. What I want you to imagine, and just relax, so just provide constant pressure on the stick. You don't need to go up or down, just take your hand, hold the stick, and it shouldn't need to be going anywhere. What I want you to imagine is on the leading edge of the aircraft, which again is the front edge of the aircraft, I'd like you to imagine there's a laser going down it from the fuselage of the aircraft, going all the way out towards the leading edge, out into the water to your left, all right?
Yes.
Now, with that said, with that laser going down the front part of the aircraft, I want you to put your aircraft, any part of your aircraft, in position to intercept that laser. So you don't have to necessarily get closer. You can go out a little bit, but just bring her forward just a hair. Just think about the laser off the front part of the aircraft. But you're looking very good. Looking really good. Constant pressure on the stick. No up and down. Just real smooth. There you go. Your nose is almost there. A little bit further forward. And you don't have to, just to be clear, we're not we're not the Thunderbirds or the Blue Angels. Like, we don't have to be super close. You can be a little far out. Completely up to you. If you're comfortable being close, then good. If not, no worries. So right a little bit forward, a little bit more forward, just a hair. But you're doing really well. Extremely well. Hair more forward. Again, imagine that laser about right there. That's why I'd say you need to be as far as positioning is concerned. But you see how with that, you see how, you tend to, that's right there is perfect. So again, constant grip, constant pressure, just push the throttle forward a hair, just a hair. And now you're in perfect position, nice and smooth. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right. So with that said, listen up. One of the commands we use to have you go from the left side to the right side will be as follows. I, as the lead aircraft, will say, 2, switch sides, go. Upon hearing the command, as long as you're comfortable, you heard the command to acknowledge, you'll reply by saying what? You'll acknowledge by saying what?
2.
All right, perfect. From there, you're going to push the nose down a bit, just a hair. You'll push the nose down. You'll go beneath my. You don't have to do it right now. Don't do it there. I'm just giving you instructions.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But yeah, you'll push the nose down. You go beneath my aircraft so that you'll be able to maintain sight of my aircraft all of the time. And then you'll move to the right side of the aircraft. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Once you get onto the other side of the aircraft in your position, you'll call set or saddle once again, all right?
Okay.
All right, so here we go. 2, switch sides, go.
2.
Slow and smooth, not a race, not a rush. This isn't the time to try to be impressive or fancy. I want everything slow. I want everything smooth. You have zero need to impress me.
2 settled.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, so listen up. We're going to do this a couple of times, but before we do this, I'm going to talk to you about another bit of brevity that we use in the squadron, which is called kick out or close up. Kick out meaning, in layman's terms, get further away from my aircraft. Kind of in layman's terms, I want you further away. And then close up is the opposite of that. Get closer to my aircraft. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And with that, all you have to do is the same way, 2 and 2. All right. So with that said, we're not going to worry about that for now. 2, switch sides, go.
2.
Slow and smooth. Slow and smooth. No rushing.
It's just. Two settled.
2, roger. Beautiful. Two, kick out formation. Go.
2.
Slow and smooth sail. Everything is slow. There's nothing quick. Everything is slow. 2, switch sides, go.
2.
So remember, I had you kick out, so the same distance you were on the left side, I expect you to be on the right side, all right? Which you're pretty much doing, so perfect.
2 settled.
2, roger. 2, close up formation. Go.
2.
Now I could say close up formation, or I could just say 2, close up. One or the other, but both work, you know what I mean?
Yes. 2 settled.
2, switch sides, go.
2.
Slow and smooth. Slow and smooth. No rush. We've got time. We've got gas.
Two settled.
2, roger. Excellent job. All right, 2, kick out, go.
2.
I think you've got the wedge formation down. You're meeting standard with that, so we don't have to worry about that much anymore. Do you have any questions about that at all?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so like I talked to you about earlier, once you call set or saddle, my contract with you is burned. I can go as fast as I want, I can go as slow as I want, I can go to whatever altitude I want. Now, with that said, with you as a wingman, your job is to stay with me, and ideally, again, ideally, you'll be in perfect formation the entire time. So with that said, you're off my left side now. My left wing is your reference. When my wing goes up like this, obviously because I'm making a right turn, your job is to both increase power to attempt to stay in formation and also gain altitude, meaning climb, so that you can stay in formation. And the opposite, so again, if my left wing comes down, you're going to reduce power a bit and then also reduce altitude to stay on the wing. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right, so we're going to do a few maneuvers. I'm coming right. I want you to try your best to stick with me, all right? Try to stay in position and formation.
2.
Excellent. Good job acknowledging. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Relax a little bit, wiggle your toes, wiggle your hands. Like I said, slight constant pressure. Slight constant pressure on the stick.
Yeah, it's a little bit hard with my stick. I have the F-16 stick, you know, with 5% of movement, like the force. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So with this, yeah. So with this aircraft, with this ones with no fly-by-wire system, it's really hard to keep up with them. You know,
Okay.
it's really hard to control. Sorry, I'm trying my best.
You're doing your best is good enough. You're doing a good job, just to be clear. So, very impressed. You've done
Thanks.
an outstanding job. I want to stress this to you though. Keep everything slow and smooth and steady. Do not try to impress at all, okay? Zero. It's
Okay.
not needed. I just need to see that you understand the minimum or able to perform the minimum standard for us to progress you. You don't have to be Top Gun. You don't have to be a Thunderbird formations. None of that. Just I need you to meet the standard. That's all you need to worry about, okay?
Okay.
All right. So once again, you did a good job sticking with me. So I'm going to do the opposite. All right. Wing is coming down. Reduce the power a bit as you see my wing coming down and start dipping. Doing a very good job. Beautiful.
Thank you.
After this, what we're going to do is we'll keep doing this type of formation. The difference is I'm not going to give you any calls. I'm not going to tell you any speed adjustments or changes. It'll be your responsibility just to stay with me, okay?
Okay.
But for now, you already know that I'm doing a left turn. I'm going to keep coming left until we're heading the other direction. So pretty much south-ish down the coast. Excellent job adjusting the throttle. Look very smooth. Like I said, impressive.
Thanks.
All right. 2, switch sides, go.
2. Two settled.
2, roger. All right, here we go. Let's have some fun. Slow and smooth, slow and smooth. Good recovery, very good recovery. Beautiful. You still there? I lost sight of you.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Oh, there you are. Okay. Very nice. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. Don't rush it.
To overshoot.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Hold what you got. All right. Perfect. Level out. And just hold what you got. Let me know your altitude right now.
240. 2,400.
Okay. What airspeed are you at, and what heading are you on?
250 and 130. No, sorry, 127.
Okay. I want you to look up and to your right. I'm doing 350 knots, and I'm doing 135 on the heading. So I want you to start coming right to a 135 and look up. You should see me. Oh, actually, I just dropped. Sorry. Give me a second. Let me take a look at F10, see where you're at. Give me one moment, please. Okay, look at your right 1 o'clock. Little low. Right 1 o'clock. In front of you about a mile, maybe 2.
A mile, maybe 2.
Go ahead and bring your speed forward, and yep, anywhere from your 12 to 1 o'clock. I'm going down the coast.
Yeah, I have visual, 2 visual.
Okay.
Or how you say it?
That's perfect.
Yeah?
Visual.
Okay. Visual.
So in this situation, you went blind on me. You've got visual again, and now you're attempting to close up and get in formation. You're going to get back into the formation, the exact same parameters that you were in prior to going blind. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Two settled.
2, Roger. Good job. All right, next let's work on the spread formation. And again, this is the side-by-side one that I sent you the diagram of. Do you remember that?
Yes.
All right, so let's get some practice with that. So the command for that would be to go spread. I would give you a reference heading. So right now we're doing 150. So I would say to go spread right, reference 150. And then I'd still go, and I'd say go. All right.
Okay.
All right. So here we go. I want you to spread right, reference 150. Go.
2.
This is always a little bit more difficult for guys to get the first couple of times, so I don't want you getting frustrated. But pretty much we should be side by side, as they say, hold hands on a 150 heading. Take your time. So when you're in good position, you should be looking left 90 degrees, directly left 90 degrees, and you should be looking directly into my cockpit, and I should be able to turn my head and look 90 degrees and looking directly into your cockpit, if that makes sense.
Yes. 2 settled.
2, roger. Let's keep coming forward. Good job calling saddle, because again, like you said, like we said earlier, saddle does not mean I'm in perfect position. It means I'm about to be there. So go ahead and push the throttle forward more. Let's go ahead and see if we can get a beam each other. Keep pushing it forward, more and more and more. Keep pushing it forward. Come on, keep coming forward. Give it a little bit more gas. You're coming slowly but surely. Don't worry about it. I got you. So this is the challenge of this, because I got to look forward to maintain the 150, but then for you, you got to come left. All right, so about right there is perfect.
Oh, yes.
Oh. Yeah, that's good. You're a little ahead now, so off the throttle just a hair. Relax, remember constant input. Keep your eyes on me. Off the throttle, off the throttle. Relax. Power, power, bring a bit more power. Full power.
Cool.
Okay, you're alright. That's what I said, this one takes a little bit of work. So I want you to go back wedge right, so stay where you are. Let's start coming right. Remember, what do we do when I'm coming right?
Yes.
You're going down and then off the throttle a little bit. Down and off the throttle a little bit. See if I can maintain level flight for you. Very good. Relax. You see me. Everything's fine. It's not perfect, but everything is fine. I don't want you overreacting. Again, just remember what I told you a little while ago. We're not looking for perfection. It's nice if you are, but I'm going to give you a little secret. I don't fly perfect all the time myself, so I can't expect you to either. All right. Off the throttle. Start coming back a little bit, because again, you never want to overtake. Keep me in sight. Start bringing power in. Just slowly start bringing it forward. All right, here we go. Let's roll out on about a 330 heading.
2.
So let's get tuned up. Let's get back in position. How you feeling? Everything okay?
Yes.
All right, we're not going to make this. This will be over here pretty soon, so we're not going to do too much. I just again want to introduce you to the spread formation. So right now you're in wedge right. Take your time getting back. No rush. You've had a really good flight.
Oh. 2 overshoot.
Okay. Oh, you haven't overshot yet. Just off the throttle. Just bring it down. Slowly start pushing the throttle forward. All right. There you go. Constant pressure on the stick. Slow and relax. All right. Slow and smooth. All right. Let's go back to the spread. To spread formation right. Reference heading 335. 335. Go.
2.
There you go. Now all we're trying to do is match. Off.
Settled.
Roger. Off the gas a bit. Off the gas a bit. We don't want to go too far forward. Just constant pressure on the stick. Off the gas a little bit. When you start seeing me overtake you and getting a little further like I am, all right, throttle forward. Start bringing the throttle forward. And now you're looking forward. Look left. Match me. Throttle more forward. Throttle more forward. Throttle more forward. Constant dance. New reference heading 340. Alright, you're coming forward a little bit more gas, just a hair. There you go. Now we are matched. Off the gas, just a touch, brother, nothing big, just a touch. Now look left 90 degrees and where am I, and look at where you are. Look, see how that works?
Yes.
Excellent. Excellent. 2, switch sides, go. Slow, smooth. Slow, smooth.
2.
Reference heading 340. That's the game with the throttle. We've got the nose lined up. Now we're playing the game with the throttle, trying to match, pushing the throttle forward. Let's get ourselves where we need to be. And then we're trying to match it. Again, you feel like you're within about 20 seconds of being there. We call what?
2 settled.
Alright. Got the nose pointing in the right direction. You're coming forward. Beautiful. Throttle's forward. We need to catch. Need to catch. You're doing just that. And just hold what you got. You'll get there. Just hold the throttle where you got. You're going to get there. New reference heading 335. Very good job. Now off the throttle. Bring it back. Slowly bring it back. Nothing dramatic. That's too much of an input. Start bringing it forward again. There we go. Beautiful. Forward a little more. Forward a little more. Oh, gorgeous. Forward a little bit more. Let's start catching back up. And I'm not doing us any favors because I'm banking a little left and right. But that's going to happen in real life. All right, you see you creeping up on me? Slowly come off the gas, just a hair. And let's try to match. That's all you got to do. That's the spread formation. That's it. Off the gas. We're just matching throttle at this point. Off the gas a bit, just a hair. Just a hair, nothing dramatic. You see that you're forward of me a little bit, so we're off the throttle, just a hair. Looking forward, back to the right. Alright, let's correct left a little bit with the stick, just a hair. Off the throttle, just a hair. Again, we don't rush anything. Off the throttle, just a hair. Throttle back forward, start bringing it forward, start bringing it forward, start bringing it forward. Start bringing it forward, more. You see how that works?
Yes.
Alright. Doing an outstanding job, brother. Like I said, this is the one that kind of stings a little bit, and I just want you to know you're doing really well, especially for this to be your first time doing this, okay?
Thank you.
Alright, matched. We're about 90 degrees. About. So pull the throttle. Yeah, just hold what you got right there. Just hold it. Hold the throttle. Look right 90 degrees. Do you see me?
Yes.
I see you too. Alright, let's go back wedge left. Wedge left, go.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Okay, no problem. Perfect. Let's go back to wedge left formation. Go.
2.
I want you to relax. Again, you see the wing coming down. Let's make the adjustments. Off the throttle. Start coming down. Off the throttle. Start coming down. I let my nose get down a little bit, so sorry about that. I'm bringing it up.
2 settled.
Alright, 2, roger. All right, we're going to call it a day. We are RTB to base. Go ahead and practice whatever formation you want. You've got your discretion. Let's use this time to practice and do whatever you want. All right, I'm going to take us back home.
Cool.
Oh crap, sorry about that. Just looking at the F10 map. Good practice either way, right?
Yeah, it was a good practice.
It's my way. That's my way of saying I messed that up. So. Alright, something else I'm going to teach you right now. We do what's called a field check. So what happened is I'll go field check lead is, so I'll go field check leads 1.5, meaning I have 1,500 pounds of fuel. And remember the fuel gauge I was telling you about that's next to the pitot heat?
Yes.
That's when you would read it. And again, this is all in hundreds of pounds. So I'm at 1,500 pounds of fuel, which would be called 1.5 as far as your fuel. So fuel check leads 1.5, and then you go 2s, and then you read off your fuel, okay?
Okay.
All right, fuel check leads 1.5.
1.4.
Perfect. Perfect. Excellent. Formation is looking really good. We are quite a ways from the base, so I think what we'll do is go and come off the server. You've said you did some overhead pattern work already, right?
Yes.
Yeah, don't worry about it then. Let's go ahead and jump out of the server, and I'll go ahead and debrief you.
Okay.